So hello guys and welcome back to our YouTube channel Infinity Learning, and I am your host Abhishek Gupta. And from today we are going to start a new series on Java coding. So I hope you will enjoy it. So this is just the basic tutorial video just for starting the basics. By the way, if you are wondering what happened to the information theory and coding series, so don't worry about it. It will resume soon. We will be doing them simultaneously, and soon a series on MATLAB will be started. So if you are interested in any this kind of stuff, make sure you subscribe to the channel and press the notification button to all, so you get all the videos notification. So with that being said, let's get into today's video. So you can see I am using Eclipse for our Java coding. You can get it from Google, it's free. So now let's get to our first question. Now I'll be taking references from HackerRank. This is a very simple question named as simple array sum. So the question says that given an array of integers and we need to find the sum of all of its elements. So for example, like the array is given as 1, 2, 3. So obviously the sum will be 1 plus 2 plus 3, that is 6. So we need to write a code which will solve this question. Now, if you are serious about solving it in HackerRank or any coding platform, you should pay great attention to the formats like the input format, the output formats, and the constraints. But for now, I will not be using this kind of format. So let's get to the coding stuff. So in Eclipse, what you will do, where you have created a Java project, you just click on the default package, just right click on it, and here you can see the new button. So you just create a new class, and you should always remember this, that the name that you are giving should be the same name as you are using with the class, or else it will not work if the name is different. So I'll be giving as array sum. So just finish. So you can see it created a new file named array sum. So the public class array sum. Now what we will do, we will give it a main method. So this is our main method in Java, which is compulsory. Without this, the program will not work. So any coding that we are doing, we need to code it under this void main structure. Now for the question part, first we will take the input as the size of the array. So for taking input, we need to first import a package. So import. So this is the package that we need to import, java.util.scanner. So the scanner is the main part. We will scan the input from the user. You can also use java.util.star in place of scanner. So now we need to define the scanner. So scanner, then we will give a variable name sc is equal to. So now we have defined our scanner. Now we will take the length of the array as input. So take a variable int n is equal to sc dot next int. So this is the way how you can input any value to a variable from the user. You just simply type the data type and then the variable, and it will be equal to sc dot next and the data type. And remember that the first alphabet of the data type should be capital, and after that there will be parenthesis. So Now it will take the length of the array. Now we need to define our array. So first we will allocate the memory for our array. So int array is equal to new int, and in this bracket we will give n. So in this way we can define an array. Here I have given n, but you can give any number. Basically in this square bracket we give the size of the array. It can be 100, it can be 10, it can be 5, it can be anything. So I'll take the value of, and that is the length of array from the user side, so it can be different. So I just generalize the array with size n. Now what we will do, we will just enter the elements in the array. So for that we require one for loop. So just simply type the name of the array and give the index as I, and this will be equal to sc dot next int, because we are taking an integer value and we have the scanner as sc. So this part will take the elements in the array. Now let's, after taking the array, let us print the array. So print the array. So I hope you know how to print an array. So it's very simple. So for printing purpose we need the statement or the command, whatever you say, system dot out dot print. Like now if you want to print anything in the new line, just simply add ln at the end of print. So it will be system dot out dot println. But for printing the array I don't think new line is required, so I'll just keep it to print. So system dot out dot print and then array j. Now what I did here is, if you want to print any text or a blank space or anything, you just give it within a double inverted commas inside the print statement, and it will print whatever the text is there in the inverted commas. But we are printing both value and text, so we need to concatenate them. So we know the concatenation operator is the plus sign, so we just concatenated both the parts, and now it will print a value and then it will give space and then print the other value. So this was the printing the array. And now the main part, that is finding the sum. So now what we will do, we will take a variable like int sum and we will initialize it as 0. Now we will run a for loop. So what we are doing here is basically we are initializing the sum as 0. So when the for loop starts its operation, when k is equal to 0, so sum is equal to 0 plus 0th element of the array. So if it is 1 comma 2 comma 3, so AR0 is 1, so 0 plus 1 will be 0 and it will be stored in sum. Again, when k is equal to 1, suppose the second element of the array is 1, so 1 plus 1 is 2, and then 2 is stored in the sum again. Now we will simply print the total sum. So our question is solved. Now let's compile and run this. So save it and just click on run. So it's totally okay and compiled, so there is no error. Now let's run this. So first we need to enter the size. So let's suppose 5. Then enter the elements. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's printing the whole array and also the sum. But here it's printing in the same line. So let's print it another line. So just add a new line. So if you want to add a new line, just simply type simple system.out.println. It will add a new line, and the next line will start from the below line. So let's add some little more statements. So system.out.print, enter the elements in the array. Let's do same for the size. Here too, just print the line. The array is, and now it will work totally fine and in a proper format. So here enter the size. So suppose 4. Then enter the elements. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's working completely fine. It's totally okay. So this was all about today's video. Hope you liked it. And if so, please like and share the video to your friends who want to learn Java. And if you have any queries or thoughts, just let me know in the comment section. And I hope to see you in the next one. Till then, bye bye.